Church is supposed to be a place for peace and faith, not for drama and mayhem. Pastor Thaddeus Searcy, but known as Pastor Thaddeus, is a pastor at Freedom Church. He is an inspiration to all.
It wasn't really until I started speaking with him and hearing him preach that he having discussions with him and learning really about how to study the Bible, about how to study the Word.
Thaddeus has been a pastor for the past 15 years. For the past 5 years, he worked for All Nations Church until they let him go because they did not like his preaching style. He and his family made the Freedom Church at Lowe's Theater. Not only did this affect his life, but it also affected the family around him.
It's been very challenging to let them know that we're going to be okay, that God's in control. It has been a good lesson in faith, and in trusting in God, and knowing that He's going to provide for us and He's going to keep us throughout all of this.
Oh, it's a strain. It's a strain. It's hard. Anytime it doesn't matter what transition you go through in life, but it adds weight. And you feel the weight of it, the moment of it, and what's going to happen. So I think there's that strain, but then coupled with that, now that we come and we see everything is fine.
Even though the family is struggling, their church is growing in size. They rent out 2 theaters that seat 400 people, and it is almost to capacity. By Easter, he expects to move to the IMAX theater. Even though the church is in a theater, it is still a family environment.
The newness and the freshness, that takes the edge off of everything, and the unknown, so you can move forward, because whether you're at the old or the new, you still have to depend on God.
Pastor Thaddeus has affected people in many ways.
I feel that Pastor Thaddeus is not only my pastor, but he's my brother in Christ. And something special, a relationship has developed between me and Pastor Thaddeus, where I feel like I'm his armor bearer and always looking out for him and looking out for his best interests. And he always knows that I got his back.
In the next 3 years, Pastor Thaddeus plans to rent out 4 or 5 theaters for youth and kids also. Even though Pastor Thaddeus was trapped, he is now set free.
The church is always supported by the people. So even though maybe a board says, hey, you're let go, it's really the voice of the people that determines whether or not you're working or not. So was I let go? Technically, yes, from that institution. But if the people are here, well, what are we really saying?